1,000% stretched out black. The Japanese stretched out the black to a point, and they said, there's got to be a standard. We're not gonna totally stretch ourselves to the point where it's just out of control or whatever. It's stretched out to the point of some kind of honor. We're gonna carry a tradition from here. And the Chinese have also a tradition, but it's kind of an anything goes culture. Just you know, as long as it works. There's honor. It's like honor where we can afford. You see them? That's Chinese. Like if we can afford to be honorable, we'll do that. But if we can't afford to be honorable, whatever you need to do to make it. You know what I'm saying? It's Chinese, but Japanese, no. If it's not honorable, I won't proceed. That's the Japanese. I won't even do it because it's not right. And years later, it's going to go down in history on the earth. Not to mention the spiritual aspect. If I'm doing something that I know is wrong, that's a bad spirit. That's a horrible spirit. And the spirit lasts longer than your physical life. So why would you create this horrible spirit that's going to last for a long time? You see what I'm saying? So that's what you don't want to do. But in this situation here, you also don't want to go to a war with China. You don't want to go to a war with China. You don't want a fighting with China. You want to have a peaceful encounter with China and with the Chinese. You want to have a peaceful encounter. You don't want to have a negative encounter with Chinese because right now it's like their back is against the wall almost there. It's almost like their back is against the wall, and the whole world is angry with China for various reasons, and then this is the ultimate right here with the virus. So China is either going to become a monster or they're going to become meek and humbled by this. It's like it's like a father who was angry drunk and he made all these mistakes and his whole family is there and they're pointing their fingers at him. And it's now, does he lash out and try to take swing and fight his family, and try to beat his family up, or is he going to break down and start crying and get some help? And so that's where China's at right now, because they made a horrible mistake if they made this virus to kill other people because they're angry over money. That's what I'm saying. We're alleging that they made this virus to kill people over money because they were angry over paying these tariffs. That's what we're alleging. And if we find out that's true, then we have to dismantle the government of China. We have to stop them from ever doing anything ever again. We have to just stop them, because if they're going to do this and destroy lives because of something as petty as money. Money is very important, but it's also very petty. Like you see the girl in the movie in the TV show, dog. That woman is gorgeous, great big draping breasts, beautiful skin, pretty. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous woman, a gorgeous woman, a sight to behold. Literally, I'm watching the show just to see the woman. I'm watching the show just to see the woman. I wish that's how Brenda used to look when she was a baby. When she was like 18, 19, Brenda looked like that. That's how she looked. You see what I'm saying? That's how she looked. I'm telling the truth. She was beautiful. She was just like that. She was gorgeous, like just out of another world. The gorgeousness, out of another, like whole another world. Like wow, you're so pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like just overwhelming pretty. You know what I'm saying? That's what the lady was saying. She was like, "You're doing too much. You're doing too much right here." You know what I'm saying? But it was just overwhelming pretty. You know what I'm saying? I'd be in heaven. But the problem is, exactly, that's the problem, is that it wouldn't be your heaven. It would be like a stolen heaven. You know what I'm saying? Not because it was wrong for you to be with a woman, but because all these black women that need love and need help and need support and need a good man, when they see you in this huge titted Latina and you're so happy and in love because she got these big ass titties that you suck on every night and day, and you eat good and you clown and you're just like in heaven, but it's this Latina. You see what I'm saying? And all these black women that need a good man. What is the message you're sending to them? That it's just there's nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing for you. Everybody else is gonna get what you want. You know what I'm saying? And my grandmother was right. Nana was right. In that one conversation, almost 20 years ago or more. You see what I'm saying? So, like 20 years ago, I had this conversation with my grandmother before she passed away. And in today, you see what I'm saying? It makes sense. From 20 years ago, a 10-minute conversation. My Nana was able to see my father. She saw my mother and my father, and she said no. She said no, just straight out. And my mother pleaded with her, please accept this man who I love. And she said, okay, but what I told you is correct, and that's it. And lo and behold, she was right. So it doesn't take long if you have the ability. You have the power. It doesn't take long. And with China, it's just unnecessary for what they did. When I observed the situation, I saw that it was designed. It wasn't a mistake from the sky, though. It wasn't a mistake from the sky. The reason how I know is because of the primitive nature of the virus. The virus is very primitive. It's a fat cell, and it's like a little cell on the inside. It almost sounds Chinese, like it's not that the Chinese throw it together, but if they find they do the math and they do the science and the research to find exactly how to make it. But once they have the exact formula and they get the mold, they'll use any of the materials that they have. It doesn't matter how cheap the material is. I already have the form. We did all the work and the research. Just put it together. We can use the cheapest plastic, the cheapest wood we could find, whatever. Let's just throw it together and sell it because it's not going to be hot tomorrow. Tomorrow is people are going to want something else. So why spend all this money? It's just a different ethic. Japanese, I don't care who's going to buy it. It's going to be perfect when it comes out. I don't care if it's something new tomorrow. Today it's got to be tight before we even put it out. That's Japanese. You see what I'm saying? And American is let's get the best that the world has to offer. That's the United States. And let's make the packaging even better than what we got. That's the United States. We're superior to all others. We're the best nation in the whole world. And in 100 years, this whole world could be the United States because they're going to adopt our public policy the way we are. They're going to adopt it. They're going to say, you know what? The United States is the best at the free trade enterprise. At this money as a product, the United States is the best. We have avoided war, Namyo Renge Kyo, because of the United States. We have avoided a war. We have avoided fighting and killing because of the United States. We had no alternative. Imagine if we find out that these people did this to destroy lives as a revenge. That means everyone would be willing to reach in and attack because everyone would be so overwhelmed with anger at these people. But that is from a divided world standpoint. From a unified world standpoint, you have to see that this is your brother and he just lost his mind. So you don't want to kill him. You want to chastise him. He might have killed, but if you go and kill him, you're no better than him. You're no better than him. If he came over and mowed down a bunch of people, and you go and mow down a bunch of people, God forbid, both of those situations, it's all sin, it's all wrong, and no one wins from that. But if you say to him, eternal imprisonment, or you are now under tribute to the rest of the world, all the rest of the world could gang up on China and say, you are under arrest. You have to comply to what we're talking about. Or everyone is going to jump in from all sides. Everyone from all sides is going to come and take over China. Everyone from everywhere is just going to come and take over China. You see what I'm saying? If you don't listen because of what you did. You designed this, and now you must pay. But you also have to, if you're going to do that, you got to attack the people who came out with Ebola. You got to attack the people who came out with AIDS. You got to attack the people who came out with SARS. You got to attack the other people who came out with these life-threatening illnesses. You got to attack those other people because they created these weapons also. So it's not just let's get China. You got to get whoever in Korea came out with SARS. You got to get whoever in Angola came out with AIDS. You got to get whoever came out with Ebola. You know what I'm saying? You got to get whoever came out with these diseases and get them, dog, and put them, in a jail or whatever. But some dude in a laboratory and now he's in jail, that's not going to solve anything. We need to go in and just take over. We need to go in and take over. We need to seize all their assets. We need to say, you know what? We're going to take all of it. We're going to take everything. Matter of fact, we're going to take your laboratory. We're going to take all of this, and it's all going to be United States now. Or else everybody's going to just attack you. Everybody in the whole world is going to get you because everybody lost lives off of this. So everyone's going to get you in the whole world, or you just give us your assets. You just give us what you have, and you'll now be the United States. So that's the thing. Now, if China becomes the United States, then it's a new era on the earth because now it's democracy in China. So you're going to have some of the best people in the whole world born in China because you're going to have the tradition from the old days, and then you're going to have the democracy of now. So you're going to have people that are allowed to live free, good lives without persecution from their government. They don't need to worry about going against a regime that will kill them if they step out of line. That's the Chinese. They will kill you, dog, if you get out of line. I've heard things, but I think it's all propaganda. But even the killing, I think is propaganda. I'm just saying that. I don't know if that's true. Not as for forgiveness, so I don't want to lie on China. But it's not necessary for us to go to war. We have to find another creative way to punish if we do find that it's foul play.